Beyond the Cravings, Rewiring the Addict Mindset. Let's go deeper, because this isn't just about food anymore. This is about what happens in the mind the moment a craving strikes. That silent war, the one no one sees, is where most diets fail and where healing truly begins. If you've ever felt like your desire for carbs and sugar had a life of its own, if you've ever made promises you didn't keep, not because you didn't care, but because something stronger took over in the moment, then I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are not weak. And you are not alone. You've been operating with a program, a deep subconscious loop that's been reinforced by years of emotional triggers, hormonal responses, and unprocessed experiences. What we call addiction is often a survival-based pattern rooted in the body's desire to self-soothe, feel safe, or reclaim energy. It makes sense, but now we get to shift it. This is the part most programs ignore, but it's exactly what sets Dr. McKinney's cure for the obesity mindset apart. Because the truth is, you cannot heal your body without rewiring your mind. Introducing the Addict Loop. Based on both current research and my lived experience, I've identified what I call the Addict Loop, a recurring cycle that starts with emotional discomfort and ends with food regret. It looks like this. Trigger: stress, boredom, loneliness, exhaustion. Craving: usually high-carb, low-nutrition foods. Justification: mental bargaining, i.e., I've earned it, or just this once. Consumption: mindless eating, binging, or compulsive snacking. Crash: fatigue, guilt, inflammation, and emotional defeat. Reinforcement: the brain remembers the relief and the loop tightens. Breaking this loop isn't about willpower. It requires intervention, neurological, emotional, and behavioral. That's why a core pillar of this program is grounded in neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, a method of mental reprogramming that helps you interrupt the pattern at its root and rewire your responses from the inside out. What is NLP? NLP stands for neuro-linguistic programming. It's a practical approach to understanding and changing patterns of thought, emotion, and behavior. Developed in the 1970s by Richard Bandler and John Grinder, NLP explores how language, mental imagery, and physiology work together to create our experience of reality, and how we can reprogram those patterns for positive change. Why is NLP so popular? NLP is popular because it works quickly and gives people tools to change habits, overcome fears, build confidence, and achieve goals. Unlike traditional talk therapy, NLP uses specific exercises, like anchoring, the swish pattern, or reframing, that create noticeable shifts, often in a single session. Who uses NLP? Tony Robbins, internationally known for using NLP techniques in his coaching and events. Paul McKenna, British hypnotist and self-help author, uses NLP for personal transformation. Richard Bandler and John Grinder, the co-creators, have trained thousands of coaches and therapists. Steve Andreas and Robert Dilts, pioneers who expanded and popularized NLP in therapy and in business. And many executive coaches, therapists, and performance consultants around the world also use NLP. So, why have I included NLP in your program? Because for decades, leaders in personal development have relied on NLP to help people rewire beliefs and behaviors fast. When you combine these methods with journaling, meditation, and real-life practice, you get a holistic approach that works on both mind and body. The science behind the shift. Studies on carbohydrate addiction, including the work of Drs. Heller in 1991 and subsequent neuroimaging research, have shown that for many people, refined carbs activate the same dopamine pathways as drugs like cocaine. These aren't just preferences. These are neurological grooves, repeated thought and behavior patterns reinforced by chemical rewards. To break them, we don't punish. We retrain. We don't restrict. We repattern. This is where your journey transforms from hard-fought willpower into easeful reprogramming, rewiring the addict mindset. Inside the mentorship and workbook experience, I'll walk you through a proven 5-part process to rewire the craving brain. 1. Reset your mindset. Learn how to identify and reframe the unconscious beliefs that drive your eating behaviors. Through writing prompts and journaling exercises, we begin dissolving internal resistance and planting new truths. 2. Anchor your power. Using simple NLP anchoring techniques, you'll create physical, emotional buttons that instantly shift your state when a craving hits. We replace the urge with clarity, calm, or confidence on command. 3. Rewire habits. You'll be guided through the swish pattern, a rapid, elegant method for disassociating from unwanted food thoughts and visual triggers. This is a game changer for compulsive eating patterns and visual food cravings. 4. Align your inner conflict. You resolve the internal tug of war. Part of you wants to change, while another part resists. Through a method called parts integration, you'll unify the internal voices and make powerful, permanent peace with yourself. 5. Tools for daily mastery. You'll gain access to mirroring techniques, meta-model questioning, and deep visualization exercises that help you speak to yourself with authority, clarity, and compassion. Each of these tools is woven into the workbook and mentorship program with daily prompts, interactive exercises, and guided audio experiences. You'll practice them inside your real life, where change actually matters. The real reason this works: you don't just need to learn how to eat. You need to feel in control again. You need to rebuild trust with yourself. You need to feel safe in your body and safe with food. That's what this method does. And this is why people stay. This is why the results last. Because we're not just fixing a food problem. We're liberating your mind from the patterns that created it. If you've tried everything and nothing has lasted, this could be why. Because no one taught you how to think like a free person until now. Your turning point starts with awareness.